I'm going to talk to you about a spiritual journey or intentionally embarking on a spiritual quest. A sacred quest to historical and known sacred places and spaces that our ancestors traveled to and built. Hey everyone, it's Amy from the Spiritual Maintenance Club. Before we get started, I want to thank you for being here, and I want to ask you to like this video and for you to subscribe and hit the bell notification. So let's get started on a pilgrimage. These are physical excursions that bring us to a place where we can contemplate. They can have a profound significance, bringing life-altering consequences, transformation, or even it could just be a subtle reminder that you are one with everything, that you are connected and you're not just a cog in the wheel of daily life. It doesn't have to be a feast or a festival to go on a pilgrimage, and actually you can even do a pilgrimage more locally or off-peak times, but sometimes you can even stumble upon pilgrimage in a way. Like a pilgrimage is a time to reconnect consciously with your true nature, with your spiritual nature, to remember that you are part of the vast consciousness, the creator, the God, or whatever you want to call your version of the unknown ineffable. So my first intentional pilgrimage was to the Golden Temple in Amritsar in the Punjab province of India. Is it in the Punjab province? I'm pretty sure. Okay, finally, after years of wanting to go to India, things fell into place. I mean, they literally dropped in front of me the opportunity. Did I say that I went to the Dalai Lama temple in Dharamshala also? Anyway, I waited my entire life to get to India. In fact, in the 90s, I almost got there, and as fate would have it, I did not end up going. And that was supposed to be to Dharamshala. The second time, I was accepted to an artist's residency in 2008 or 2009, and I don't know, 2008 economic crisis, blah, blah, blah. It didn't happen. The reason why I'm making this video today to talk about pilgrimage is not only to share about pilgrimage, but also 4.5 years later from my original first trip, I am heading back now for my third trip to India, which is also another pilgrimage. It's a time for reflection. It's in a new location where I haven't been, and I can't wait to get there. And this trip is going to include a pilgrimage to the holy river confluence, Dev Prayag. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Two bodies of water meet to form the Ganga, the mother, the blessed sacred waters of the river Ganges, I think you can also call it. There, I'm going to visit sacred sites and participate in rituals, including bathing in the Mother Ganga. I'm going to just quickly review some other ones that you might know about. Of course, there's Mecca, and this is in Saudi Arabia, the holiest city in Islam. Mecca is the birthplace of the Prophet Muhammad. Then there is Jerusalem, Israel, very holy to a variety of religions, from Jewish faith to Christian faith to Muslims. Jerusalem is home of there's the wall. Then there's Lourdes in France. That is a very well-known space for healing and peace at the sanctuary of Our Lady of Lourdes. Then there's the Bodh Gaya, India, the site where Buddha attained enlightenment. It's a pilgrimage site for Buddhists worldwide. And then there's Kailash Mansarovar, Tibet, and this is very sacred in also a variety of faiths from Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. And this mountain and its lake are sought after by pilgrims for spiritual significance. So if you've been to any sacred place or space that you went on a pilgrimage, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. So throughout my life, I traveled to many, many different places, but I wasn't really on a spiritual quest. I wasn't looking for a time to sit and meditate or to reflect or to go to different known spiritual places. I was in quest of art and beauty, and my expectations were different. I was in quest of good food and new people and different cultures, new experiences where I could interact with a lot of different people. I mean, sometimes I would even challenge myself to do different things, like if I hadn't traveled from one country to another by a train alone, or if I remember one time, like the first time that I was very young, I rented a car and I flew to a city, and then I drove from one city to another by myself, and it was just something that I had never done before. So I think like these kinds of things are transformative and life-changing events, but they're not really pilgrimages. What separates pilgrimage from other things, because even when I'm going to be traveling to India now, the whole trip itself is not a pilgrimage. I will be going and participating in rituals, or going to that where the two rivers merge from the Himalayan mountains at the mouth of the Mother Ganga, right? I will be traveling to that space and meditating in that space, and that is a pilgrimage. But the trip itself also includes the other stuff. It's new places, new people, new experiences, eating good food, and experiencing a new culture. That's kind of where the separation of what a pilgrimage is. But any trip can be transformative, but not all of them are a spiritual quest or have spiritual significance for people. I mean, different people have different reasons for embarking on a spiritual journey, and it can be a life event that has triggered them to go away. Some are seeking divine blessing. Some people are seeking healing. Others are seeking atonement for what they consider are sins. And some people are in pursuit of an ecstatic spiritual experience or even enlightenment. Most people, I think, simply want to connect to their faith on a deeper level. The act of going on a pilgrimage itself can entail great sacrifice. Some people travel by foot for a great distance to get to a place. Some people have to make certain sacrifices to be able to get to the place. They can have physical hardships, but they all, I think, show a profound sense of devotion to something beyond the mundane. But before I get further on, I want to talk about the word sin, because I mentioned it just moments ago. And I think sin is tainted by dogma, and we consider it in different ways as this kind of negative thing. But let's just talk quickly about what is a sin, or for that matter, what is a sinner. And a sin is simply an act where someone has violated one's own integrity. A sinner is someone who has simply missed the point. All right, that was a little digression there on sin. Okay, so I just feel like we don't need to beat ourselves senseless with that. I mean, I think we already know when we are not acting with integrity. So, yeah. All right. The whole thing that I love about pilgrimage and about traveling in general is that it reminds us that the earth itself, all of the beings on the earth, it's ethereal, beautiful, majestic, and wondrous, awe-inspiring planet filled with mystery and awe. Here are some great reasons why you might want to go on a pilgrimage yourself. Pilgrimages often require you to step away from daily life. They provide time for introspection and contemplation. This withdrawal from the mundane world, from daily activities, can lead to profound moments of self-discovery and even inner peace. Another really cool thing about pilgrimages is that frequently people do them in groups, and that can create community and unity with others. And let's face it, in the world of social media and the way that our fast-paced world is, that's not always something that's possible. And even sometimes because we have so many interactions with so many different people through messaging and our devices and things that sometimes it's exhausting, right? So this way we can share a journey with like-minded people, and that can strengthen our faith and create lasting bonds. It can provide for special moments that you can remember for your entire life. Sacred sites can also offer opportunities for divine encounters and spiritual revelations. You can meditate, you can do other concentration practices, you can do whatever it is that you're going to do on your thing, but you might have a moment of ecstasy, and why not? You're not here to be through a life of sorrow and suffering. You're going to get that enough times, so why don't you just relish in the moments that are really good? They can be transformative. You can feel more connected to your true nature. We are one, or you are one with everything. It can leave you with a heightened sense of spirituality. Whether or not you are seeking divine blessings, an ecstatic spiritual experience, inner peace, a deep connection to your faith, or you want to find faith, pilgrimage can be something that can be really good for you on all levels. And it remains a timeless and transformative experience. And one of my favorite quotes by John Kabat-Zinn, who's like a Zen teacher or whatever, is wherever you go, there you are. That's true, right? You're always taking yourself with you everywhere. You don't really need to go somewhere else to have a spiritual experience or something. But you don't need the ancient site to experience profound moments of spirituality and self-discovery. But stepping away from daily life to experience like any of the incredible pilgrimage and diverse pilgrimage destinations can soothe you. I mean, whether you're faithless or faithful, embarking on a sacred journey can help you foster unity and understand different cultures and religions in a way that you might not have before. So if you can, try it. It's a way to connect with the earth, our ancestors, and our true nature. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you've ever been on a pilgrimage. If you want to go on a pilgrimage, please share in the comments, and I look forward to sharing more with you from my upcoming trip to India in the next month or so. Namaste.